alive! I just kept calm and carried on.
Idris Elba, John Cena, Air Force One, nuns praying during a car chase. That is Heads of State. And it's exactly as wild and uneven as it sounds. Today, we're reviewing Heads of State, the new action comedy from Amazon Prime that tries to mix global politics, over-the-top action, and buddy cop energy. But does it work? Not really. Kind of a letdown. Let's get right into it. So the plot is that U.S. President Will Derringer and British Prime Minister Sam Clark have a straight out of the WWE promo type rivalry. They hate each other publicly, but when Air Force One gets shot down into enemy territory, they're forced to team up and stop a conspiracy that threatens the world. And it's just as ridiculous as it sounds, and honestly, the film leans into that. The opening scene where their team fails on a mission is super cliche. It feels like a rejected Mission Impossible cold open, complete with slow-mo chaos and a bad one-liner. But the tone is where it finds some charm. It's not trying to be deep or even logical. This is pure action comedy, and when it sticks to that, it actually kind of works. Now let's talk about the duo. Idris Elba and John Cena have chemistry that is not mind-blowing, but it still kind of works. They're fun to watch sometimes, and they've got the physicality and comedic timing down, and you buy the tension between them, even if it never feels like they fully click as a pair. Now, Jack Quaid shows up for about 5 minutes and just steals the entire film. His scene is not only hilarious, but generally it's one of the best set pieces in the movie. Every time he's on screen in these 5 minutes, the energy spikes. Priyanka Chopra Jonas also deserves credit. She kicks serious ass. She brings presence, looks great in the fight scenes, and holds her own next to the big personalities around her. Some of the action scenes work really well. The Air Force One attack is solid. It's the kind of scene that feels high budget and high stakes. Then there's a scene where they're trying to retrieve a car. It's chaotic, funny, and one of the highlights of the film. In fact, the film shines the most when it mixes its action with absurd comedy. One of my favorite examples is a full car chase that's happening while a group of nuns are praying nearby, and that kind of tonal whiplash shouldn't work, but it does in a film like this. The final action scenes are also kind of decent. They're explosive, stylish, but they don't elevate the film in the way that they need to. A lot of that actually boils down to the story because it just doesn't deliver. It's full of coincidences and relies on plot convenience at almost every turn. Nothing feels earned. Things happen because the script needs them to, not because it makes sense. And the villains are very forgettable. I don't even know if they even said any of their names. They're bland, absolutely no presence. In a movie this over the top, you want a villain who's fun, someone who chews the scenery. But here, you barely remember any of them. It's frustrating because with just a few tweaks, this could have actually ended up being a decent sleeper hit. Heads of State is one of those movies where you just kind of go with it because it's a streaming film. It's dumb fun sometimes with a few standout scenes and a couple of great performances, but it never fully comes together and just goes over the top. If you're looking for something quick, loud, and occasionally funny, you'll have a decent time, but if you're hoping for something clever, memorable, or fresh, this one's not it. It had potential, but in the end, it's more okay than epic. I'm going to give Heads of State a 6 out of 10. Drop a like if you enjoy honest reviews, and don't forget to subscribe if you want more movie breakdowns like this, and thank you guys for watching.
All right, I'll tell you.
Okay.